everyone, I'm Michelle Mira, a spiritual success coach, breatharian healer, modern shaman, and dancer. My work is dedicated to women who still believe that life should be magical and fun, and we are bringing a sense of awe and fascination back into business and life by weaving in the mysteries of the divine feminine into business in a way that we haven't before, and helping individuals consciously hack into the matrix, break free of the limiting programming, and to open up unlimited potential and endless possibilities in wealth, health, and relationships. A little backstory on me: I grew up in an Amway family. Both of my parents own their own businesses, and so I grew up wanting to be the boss, and took that into the rest of my life. I couldn't wait to be an entrepreneur. I decided to wait to come of age and do that. So I was thinking very differently than other other friends that I had from a young age, and so I would just kind of take charge, and that was fun. But I think it was good programming. My healing journey has been a journey of over 20 years. I've worked with many mentors, uh, different shamans, and plant medicines. I have worked with breatharian. I'm certified breatharian, and so this was came later. My medicine began at a very young age. I grew up as an empath from birth, and so I remember absorbing people's energies. As a young child, I absorbed a lot of darkness, shame, guilt, self-loathing. My father was an alcoholic, and a lot of times I would pick up energy from him, and I didn't understand, and just felt like a bad person for no reason. I was very psychic. I was visited by spirits. I had mysterious illnesses from a very young age, so I felt like I was going through initiations from the get-go, and took on contracts, took on energy, agreed to take on dark energy that I held for many years, and I found dance at the age of 2, and that became my outlet, my passion, my reason for living. And it was an outlet for all the energy that was coming into my body. So it was a beautiful way to move it. There were some energies that I agreed to hold for my father that actually came out later. I struggled with weight, overeating, binge eating, comfort eating, and ultimately bulimia. I was very close to being hospitalized for quite a while as an inpatient. I became very sick and quit dance because of the imbalance in my body, and I remember feeling like I had just lost my will to live and didn't want to live anymore at that point. I turned to church at this point. Growing up in an Amway family, there's a lot of faith in that. So this was the first thing that I went to for solace after quitting dance. I didn't understand what was happening. So after a few years of going to church, and I felt like there was something more. I wasn't sure what it was. I was at this point in my 20s, a very successful entrepreneur, but feeling like everything in my life was going right, but I still had this gnawing that there was something more. I started reading, like I read Celestine Prophecy, I'd read the teachings of Don Juan, and these ignited remembrances for me. So I felt like I was remembering memories that I couldn't recall yet. And I found a book that seemed to be, to me, an extension of the Celestine Prophecy that actually talked about actual teachings that you could learn, and actual monks and teachers that were teaching it. They were in another state, but I had to read it, I had to learn it, and I felt like this was my calling. So I got in touch with them, I learned it, I ended up moving to North Carolina, giving up all of my possessions, and becoming a monk. And so I taught internationally, meditation for years with this organization, and I had an awakening in '98, and then there were this organization turned a bit what I would consider it became infiltrated or corrupted, and that's a whole different story. But so I had quite a few years of a dark night after the expansion, which made it even more intense. And I ended up, years after that, I ended up going and studying with the shamans, several different shamans, and getting on the shamanic path. Had another awakening in 2015, and that has continued to just expand and grow. And then found Breatharian and began working with pranic light codes and reformulating my reality in a new way, rewiring the nervous system. And this is the journey that I'm on daily now. I'm here to share this with others. Like I say, really tap into that awe and mystery of the divine feminine and bring that into all aspects, especially business. So I am now doing spiritual coaching and shamanic healing, as well as shamanic mentoring for those that feel called to step onto the shamanic path and to help and assist others in that way. If you're new here, click subscribe, and I welcome you to my channel. I welcome you into the practice, and I look forward to working with you.